What's going on, guys? So I had a chance to check out Mortal Kombat 2 earlier. Quick point of reference, I am a pretty big fan of the game, specifically Mortal Kombat 10 and 11. I've also played the older ones a little bit here and there as well. I have seen the 1995 film a couple times, as well as the 2021 film a couple of times. I think both are fun B-level action movies. Like, they're not great cinema, but, they get the assignment done for the most part. Like, minus the fatalities, or the lack of fatalities in the 1995 film. They definitely understand what they're going for the most part. But I've heard a lot of people say that Mortal Kombat 2, this was the one that really seemed to understand the assignment, that seemed to be the quintessential Mortal Kombat film. And having seen it myself, I think not only is it by far the best Mortal Kombat entry to date, and film-wise at least, I have to say it might be the new gold standard for video game movies in general. The action right off the bat, which is what we all came for, absolutely just as bloody, gory. The fatalities just are ripped right out of the game. They don't hold back at all, and it's absolutely glorious to see. The characters are done so right. In particular, Carl Urban is Johnny Cage, and Katana as well. But I kind of want to touch on Johnny Cage a little bit more, because I had my reservations when they said Carl Urban was going to play him. But from the opening scene, I was like, this is Johnny Cage. Like, just the one-liners, the quippiness. But, and the movie itself does get pretty quippy, but it's not in a Marvel kind of way. Like, it's funny, but it never feels like you're just watching a comedy over a fantasy film, which is how it's supposed to be. And it's kind of that way in the games too. And kind of going off of that as well, obviously, the Mortal Kombat kind of franchise, it tonally has always felt cheesy, but you never want to go so far cheesy that it ruins the stakes. And I feel like this movie captured that so well. Like, yes, there were cheesy moments. There were definitely some moments that were even like really dumb. I mean, there's like some Fast and Furious level physics defying moments that I'm just kind of like, that's not how a certain person would get knocked down or fall off something. Like, there's moments like that that kind of took me out of it, but for the most part, it found a way to be kind of cheesy and corny and not take itself seriously, while also letting the moments that did need to have high stakes, specifically whenever Shao Kahn makes his entrance, like, it found a way to be cheesy, but also like keep the stakes high to where you feel invested. There are so many moments of fan service just in terms of how the film is shot at certain points and characters that appear. My entire theater was going absolutely bonkers, and it felt like watching a good old 2010 Marvel movie, honestly. Like, it was just so satisfying in that regard. So overall, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. And I think if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you absolutely have to go and check this out.